Have you ever stopped for a moment and asked yourself why some people seem to flow effortlessly through life, attracting opportunities, wealth, and happiness, while others feel stuck no matter how hard they try? Is it really just luck, coincidence, or destiny? Or is there something deeper, something hidden, silently shaping everything that happens around us? This question has fascinated humanity for centuries. From ancient philosophers to modern scientists, from spiritual teachers to motivational coaches, people have been searching for the invisible force that governs success, happiness, and fulfillment. And today, more than ever, we know that this force has a name: the law of attraction. But let me be very clear with you. The law of attraction is not some vague, mystical, or magical idea. It is not simply wishing upon a star and waiting for the universe to deliver everything you want. No, the law of attraction is a powerful principle of life, a natural law, just like gravity. Whether you believe in it or not, it is always at work. Whether you pay attention to it or not, it is constantly shaping your reality, moment by moment. Think about this. Every thought you have, every belief you hold, every emotion you feel is like a signal, a vibration that you are sending out to the universe. And the universe, like a mirror, reflects back experiences, people, and circumstances that match that vibration. This means that the life you are living right now is not random. It is not an accident. It is a direct reflection of the energy you have been radiating through your thoughts and emotions. If you constantly think thoughts of scarcity, fear, and doubt, life will reflect back scarcity, fear, and doubt. But if you nurture thoughts of abundance, faith, and confidence, life will bring you opportunities, success, and joy. This is the foundation of the law of attraction. You are the creator of your reality. And this truth is both liberating and challenging. It is liberating because it gives you power. It reminds you that you are not a victim of circumstance, but the architect of your destiny. It is challenging because it forces you to take responsibility. It asks you to look in the mirror and recognize that if your life is not the way you want it to be, it is not because the universe has abandoned you, but because you have been unconsciously attracting what you did not want. Now, some people resist this idea. They say, "So, you're telling me that I created my problems, my failures, my struggles? That can't be true." But here's the deeper perspective. You may not have consciously chosen pain, failure, or disappointment, but if your dominant thoughts, beliefs, and emotions were rooted in fear, self-doubt, or negativity, then yes, you unknowingly attracted experiences that matched those vibrations. The law of attraction is impartial. It doesn't judge. It doesn't choose sides. It simply responds to the energy you give out. Think of it as the soil of the earth. If you plant seeds of flowers, the soil will give you flowers. If you plant seeds of weeds, the soil will give you weeds. The soil doesn't decide what you deserve. It only grows what you plant. So the real question becomes, what seeds have you been planting in the soil of your mind? This is why understanding the importance of the law of attraction in our lives is not optional. It is essential, because whether you use it consciously or unconsciously, it is always working. The difference between those who live extraordinary lives and those who live in frustration is simple. The first group understands this law and uses it intentionally, while the second group ignores it and lets life happen by default. Imagine for a moment that you are holding a magnet. That magnet does not care whether you use it to attract something beautiful or something harmful. It will attract whatever matches its field. You, my friend, are like that magnet. Your mind, your emotions, your beliefs are constantly attracting. The question is, what are you attracting right now? The law of attraction is not just about money, wealth, or material success, though it can absolutely transform those areas of your life. It is about everything: your relationships, your health, your sense of purpose, your happiness, your inner peace. It is about creating a life that feels aligned, meaningful, and abundant in every way. And here's the secret. It all begins within you. The universe is not outside, waiting to give you something you don't already have. The universe is responding to the vibration you carry right now. When you shift your inner world, your outer world must shift too. This is why the first step in mastering the law of attraction is awareness. Awareness of your thoughts, awareness of your emotions, awareness of the stories you keep telling yourself about who you are and what is possible for you. Because the truth is, the only limits in your life are the ones you believe in. Pause for a moment and think about your dreams. Think about the life you truly desire. Maybe it's financial freedom, a loving relationship, radiant health, or simply peace of mind. Now ask yourself honestly, do my current thoughts and beliefs align with that dream, or are they working against it? This is the crucial starting point, because once you become aware, you can begin to shift. You can replace doubt with faith, fear with courage, negativity with gratitude. And every time you do, you change your vibration. You change your magnetic field. You change your destiny. In the next part, we are going to go deeper into how you can reprogram your mind to align with abundance and success, and how small changes in your daily thoughts and emotions can create massive changes in your reality. But for now, remember this. The law of attraction is not something outside of you. It is not something you need to make work. It is already working. The only question is, are you using it consciously or are you letting it use you? Now that you understand the foundation of the law of attraction, the next step is learning how to use it consciously. And this begins with one simple but powerful truth. Your mind is like a garden, and what you plant inside it determines what you harvest in your life. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, you will harvest struggle and scarcity. But if you plant seeds of faith, gratitude, and abundance, you will harvest success, joy, and fulfillment. The challenge is that most of us have been planting the wrong seeds for years, sometimes without even realizing it. From childhood, we absorb beliefs from our parents, teachers, society, and the media. Many of those beliefs were rooted in scarcity and fear. Money doesn't grow on trees. Life is hard. You can't have everything you want. These statements may have sounded harmless at the time, but repeated often enough, they became the dominant programs in your subconscious mind. And here's the thing. It is your subconscious mind that drives most of your life. Scientists estimate that about 95% of your thoughts, decisions, and actions come not from your conscious choice, but from unconscious programming. That means that if your subconscious mind is filled with beliefs of scarcity, fear, and limitation, you will keep attracting scarcity, fear, and limitation, no matter how hard you try consciously to change. This is why reprogramming your subconscious mind is the key to using the law of attraction effectively. You cannot simply say positive affirmations once or twice and expect your life to change. You must consistently and deliberately plant new seeds, new beliefs, new thoughts, new emotions, until they take root and become your dominant vibration. So how do you do this? Let's break it down. The first step is awareness. You cannot change what you are not aware of. Begin by paying attention to the thoughts that dominate your mind throughout the day. Notice the words you speak to yourself, the stories you repeat, the emotions that keep showing up. Every negative thought is like a weed in your mental garden. The moment you become aware of it, you can decide whether to let it grow or to replace it with something better. The second step is conscious replacement. Whenever you notice a limiting belief or a negative thought, do not fight it, replace it. If you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never have enough money," immediately shift it to, "I am learning to create more abundance every day." If you think, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy of success and happiness." At first, your mind may resist these new thoughts because they feel unfamiliar. But repetition is the key. The more you repeat them, the more your subconscious accepts them. The third step is emotional alignment. Thoughts alone are not enough. The law of attraction responds not just to what you think, but to how you feel. Emotions are the fuel of manifestation. So when you practice new thoughts, pair them with powerful emotions. Feel gratitude as if your desire is already real. Feel joy as if your dream is already happening. When your thoughts and emotions align, your vibration becomes magnetic. And here's something important to remember. You do not need to know how everything will happen. You only need to trust that the universe is already working behind the scenes, arranging the people, circumstances, and opportunities that will bring your desire into reality. Your job is not to control the how. Your job is to hold the vision, nurture the belief, and align your emotions with that vision every single day. Let's take an example. Imagine you want to attract financial freedom. If you keep saying, "I'm broke," or "I can't afford this," you are sending out vibrations of lack. The universe, like a mirror, reflects lack back to you. But if you shift your inner dialogue to "money flows to me easily and abundantly," and you truly feel gratitude for the money you already have, then your vibration changes. You begin to notice new opportunities. You attract new ideas. You meet people who can help you. It may not happen overnight, but step by step, your reality begins to transform. Now, does this mean you can simply sit on your couch, repeat affirmations, and wait for millions to fall from the sky? Of course not. The law of attraction is not about passive wishing. It is about inspired alignment. When your thoughts and emotions are in harmony with abundance, you naturally feel inspired to take action. And that action becomes powerful because it is fueled by belief instead of fear. Another powerful tool for reprogramming your mind is visualization. Your subconscious cannot distinguish between something vividly imagined and something experienced in reality. This means that when you visualize your goals with detail, emotion, and repetition, you are training your mind to believe that it is already possible, even inevitable. Olympic athletes use this technique to improve performance. Why? Because the brain wires itself according to repeated mental images. And you can use the same principle to manifest anything you desire. Consistency is the golden key. Just as a garden does not grow overnight, your new beliefs need time to take root. But with daily practice, through affirmations, gratitude, visualization, and emotional alignment, you gradually rewire your subconscious mind. And once your subconscious is on your side, your external reality must follow. This is why the law of attraction is so important in our lives. It reminds us that the outer world is a mirror of the inner world. If you want to change your reality, you must first change your vibration. When you do, life will respond in ways that often feel miraculous. So here's the challenge for you. For the next 7 days, pay close attention to your thoughts. Replace every limiting belief with a new, empowering one. Practice gratitude for what you already have. Visualize your dreams as if they are already real. And most importantly, feel the emotions of joy, faith, and abundance. Watch what happens. In the next part, we will dive deeper into the greatest obstacles that block the law of attraction: fear, doubt, and negative self-talk, and how to overcome them. Because once you learn to rise above these invisible barriers, you unlock the full potential of your ability to attract the life you truly deserve. Up until now, we've explored how the law of attraction works and how to begin reprogramming your mind for abundance. But let's be honest, if it were that simple, everyone would already be living their dream life. The truth is, most people start with enthusiasm, they practice affirmations, they try visualization, but after a while they give up. Why? Because they run into invisible walls that block the flow of manifestation. And those walls are built from fear, doubt, and negative self-talk. Let's start with fear. Fear is one of the most powerful forces that sabotages the law of attraction. When you want something deeply, but You are afraid of failing, afraid of what others will think, or afraid that you don't deserve it. That fear becomes your dominant vibration. And the universe, which always mirrors your vibration, reflects back situations that confirm your fear. You might attract rejection, delay, or more obstacles, not because the universe is against you, but because fear is the frequency you are transmitting. Now, let's talk about doubt. Doubt is like poison for manifestation. Think about it. If you plant a seed in the ground, and then every day you dig it up to check if it's growing, will it ever have the chance to take root? Of course not. And yet, that is what doubt does. Every time you say to yourself, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if this is all nonsense? You are digging up the seed of your desire. You are cutting off the energy flow before it has the chance to manifest. Then there is negative self-talk, that inner voice that whispers, you're not good enough. You don't deserve success. People like you never make it. That voice is not your truth. It is the echo of old conditioning, old beliefs planted in your subconscious by others. But if you keep listening to it, you will keep living by it. And if your dominant belief is, I am not worthy, then the law of attraction has no choice but to mirror that belief back into your life. So, how do you break through these invisible walls? The first step is recognition. You cannot fight an enemy you refuse to see. Be honest with yourself. Acknowledge your fears, your doubts, your negative thoughts. Write them down if you have to. Bring them into the light, because once they are visible, they lose much of their power. The second step is reframing. Fear is not always your enemy. Doubt is not always the end. Negative self-talk is not always permanent. When you recognize these patterns, you can reframe them. For example, instead of thinking, I'm afraid of failing, reframe it as, fear is just a sign that I'm stepping outside my comfort zone, and that's where growth happens. Instead of listening to the voice that says, I'm not worthy, reframe it into, I am worthy because I exist. Abundance is my natural state. The third step is faith. And this is where the law of attraction truly comes alive. Faith is the antidote to fear and doubt. Faith is the decision to trust the unseen, even when your circumstances don't yet match your desires. Faith is not blind. It is visionary. It sees beyond what is visible right now and holds on to the greater truth, that the universe is abundant, supportive, and always responding to your vibration. But faith without action is incomplete. True faith inspires you to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers. It pushes you to take one more step, to try one more time, to keep going even when the evidence isn't there yet. And that is exactly when miracles happen, when you refuse to give up. One of the greatest lessons you can learn is this: your current reality is not the final chapter of your story. It is just a reflection of past vibrations. If you want a new reality, you must hold faith long enough for the new seeds you planted to grow and bear fruit. Most people quit too soon. They give up just before the breakthrough. But if you can hold faith, even when everything around you looks the opposite, you are rewriting your future. Here's a practical exercise. The next time doubt creeps in, don't push it away. Acknowledge it. Then speak directly to it. Say, thank you for showing up, but I choose faith. I choose abundance. I choose to trust the process. Every time you do this, you are rewiring your subconscious. You are teaching your mind to default to faith instead of fear. Another powerful tool is gratitude. Gratitude and fear cannot exist in the same space. When you focus on what you already have, when you give thanks for the blessings in your life right now, your vibration immediately rises. Gratitude opens the door to more abundance, while fear slams it shut. So, whenever fear or doubt shows up, shift your focus to gratitude. List 3 things you are grateful for, and watch your energy transform. And finally, surround yourself with faith builders. The people you spend time with, the books you read, the content you consume. All of it influences your vibration. If you are surrounded by negativity and doubt, it will be harder to maintain your faith. But if you immerse yourself in stories of success, testimonies of manifestation, and communities of like-minded people, your belief will grow stronger. Remember, fear is natural, doubt is normal, and negative self-talk is common. You are not broken for experiencing them, but you do not have to let them control your life. The law of attraction does not require you to be perfect. It only asks you to choose, moment by moment, the vibration you want to live by. Choose faith over fear. Choose belief over doubt. Choose self-love over self-criticism. Every time you make that choice, you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance. And in the next part, we will bring everything together. We will explore how living with conscious awareness of the law of attraction transforms every area of your life, from relationships to health, from wealth to inner peace. You will see that the law of attraction is not just a tool, but a way of living, a way of being that can elevate your entire existence. We've explored the foundation of the law of attraction. We've uncovered how to reprogram your mind. And we've faced the obstacles of fear and doubt. Now it's time to bring everything together. It's time to see the bigger picture. How the law of attraction is not just a tool you use occasionally, but a way of life, a guiding principle that can transform every area of your existence. Because here's the truth. The law of attraction is not about one isolated manifestation. It is not just about attracting money, a new job, or a dream relationship. It is about creating a life that feels aligned, meaningful, and abundant in every way. When you understand this, the law of attraction stops being something you practice for 10 minutes in the morning and becomes the lens through which you see the world. Let's start with relationships. How many people struggle with toxic connections, constant conflict, or loneliness? And yet, most of them do not realize that they are attracting partners, friends, and environments that mirror their own self-image. If you believe deep down that you are unworthy of love, you will attract relationships that reflect that belief. But when you shift to self-love, when you begin to radiate worthiness and respect, the universe responds by sending you people who treat you the way you treat yourself. The law of attraction is not about chasing love. It is about becoming love, and then love finds you effortlessly. Now consider health. Your body is a mirror of your inner vibration. When you live in stress, fear, and constant negativity, your body feels it. Your cells respond. Science now shows that chronic stress literally changes your biology, weakening your immune system, aging you faster, and making you vulnerable to disease. But when you live in gratitude, peace, and joy, your body also responds. Healing accelerates, energy increases, and vitality flows. The law of attraction is not only about attracting material things. It is about aligning your energy so deeply that your body thrives in the frequency of well-being. And, of course, there is wealth and abundance. Too often, people think abundance is only about money. But true abundance is a state of being. It is the feeling of having enough, of trusting that the universe will always provide, of knowing that opportunities are infinite. Money is simply one expression of abundance. When you align with abundance, you not only attract financial prosperity, but you also experience abundance in ideas and opportunities, in time, in creativity, in freedom. Abundance is not something you chase. It is something you become. But perhaps the greatest gift of living by the law of attraction is inner peace. Imagine waking up each day with the calm certainty that life is working for you, not against you. Imagine walking through challenges with faith instead of fear, with gratitude instead of resentment. That is the true power of this law. It does not promise a life without obstacles. Challenges will still come, but it gives you the mindset and the vibration to move through them with grace, knowing that even difficulties can be stepping stones toward your higher path. And this brings us to the most important realization. The law of attraction is not just about getting what you want. It is about becoming who you are meant to be. It is about aligning with your higher self, your truest essence, the part of you that knows you are infinite, powerful, and worthy of every good thing life has to offer. So, how do you live this way? How do you make the law of attraction a natural part of your daily life? The answer is simpler than you might think. Consistency in small practices. Start each morning by setting your vibration. Before you pick up your phone, before you dive into the world of news and noise, take a few minutes to visualize your day. See yourself calm, confident, successful, and abundant. Feel the gratitude as if everything you desire has already arrived. This simple practice shifts your energy and sets the tone for everything that follows. Throughout the day, check in with yourself. Ask, what am I vibrating right now? Am I radiating faith or fear, gratitude or resentment, abundance or lack? And if you notice that you've fallen into negativity, don't judge yourself. Simply choose again. Shift your focus. Replace the thought. Raise your vibration. Every moment is a new opportunity to realign. At night, close your day with gratitude. List the blessings you experienced, big or small. Feel the joy of knowing that the universe responded to your vibration, and trust that tomorrow it will respond again. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you make these practices a habit, the law of attraction becomes second nature. You stop asking, will it work for me? And you start living in the knowing that it already is. You begin to experience synchronicities, opportunities, and breakthroughs that once felt impossible. People may call it luck. They may call it coincidence. But you will know the truth. It is alignment. It is the universe mirroring the energy you chose to live by. And here is the final key. Live not only for yourself, but also for others. When you radiate abundance, share it. When you live in gratitude, inspire it in others. When you manifest success, use it to uplift those around you. The law of attraction becomes infinitely more powerful when it flows through you, not just to you. Because ultimately, abundance is not about possession. It is about circulation. The more you give, the more you receive. So let this be your reminder. You are not a victim of life. You are not powerless. You are the creator, the magnet, the architect of your reality. The law of attraction is always working. And when you choose to work with it consciously, there are no limits to what you can experience. From this moment forward, decide who you want to be. Decide what vibration you want to radiate. Decide what kind of life you want to attract. And then live every day as if it is already yours. Because in truth, it is. The universe is waiting, ready to mirror back to you the greatness you hold inside. This is the importance of the law of attraction in our lives. It is not just an idea. It is not just a theory. It is the very principle that connects your inner world to your outer world, your thoughts to your reality, your faith to your destiny. And the final choice is always yours. Will you let life happen by default, or will you rise, take the pen in your hand, and write the story of your dreams?